In this video we shall talk about database quality on modeling stage. Like with each and every intellectual area of activity, we have a lot of ideas to consider here. These ideas are listed on this slide, and now we shall discuss them in details. First, we have to consider subject matter analysis depth. Here we have to ask experts, read a lot of documentation, communicate with the customer on a regular basis, and of course we shall mind project boundaries, because with that analysis depth we always have to know where to stop, where our database ends and the big world outside begins. The next idea is to avoid redundancy of data. It has to have a single storage point. Otherwise, we risk to have such a situation when we have some data here and data here, the same data, but these values do not match. So we have to adjust our model to avoid such situation. The next idea is to mind data changes through time. Imagine that we have some data, we had that data yesterday, but after some changes, today we have new values. And what if suddenly, for some reason, we need that yesterday's data? We have to ask the customer if such situation may arise, and if it may, we have to make some technical decisions allowing us to return to any previous value of any data we have. Speaking about data validity, we have to ask ourselves a lot of questions. For instance, shall we force phone number format, yes or no? Or shall we force name format, yes or no? Or shall we allow some value to be typed or force selection? Of course, forcing some restrictions will help our data validity a lot. Otherwise, we may have such a situation, that's a real-life example, when users typed in 200 and even more 200 plus names of the same university. That was the result of manual input. But on the other hand, what if we force a selection of university name and there is no that university for some user? What should he select? So there are no universal answers to all these questions, but you have to ask that questions. Ask them yourself, ask customer that questions, and find some decision suitable for your situation. The next thing we have to consider is data precision. The greatest problem here is decimal precision. Probably you'd be surprised, but for instance 0.1 plus 0.2 sometimes does not equal 0.3. For real, Google it, it's a common problem in a lot of programming languages. So you'll have to find out some technical decision to deal with that problem. Of course, you have to know the exact precision you need. It asks how many decimal numbers you have to store. And that information, of course, comes from subject matter. So you have to know exact rules of your subject matter. And the last but not least here is information about date-time values precision. The most common mistake here is storing such values with redundant precision. For instance, storing date of birth with the precision up to milliseconds. So once again, know your subject matter rules and follow those rules to select the best precision you need. This point is rather simple in comparison to a couple of previous ones. First, you have to avoid formats variety, so select the most unified approach. And while selecting that approach, you have to mind the precision, we've already discussed it a couple of seconds ago, and of course you should know all exact rules of your subject matter, because the subject matter is the most universal source of answers to any questions. Here are some advices on how to get answers to all those questions we've just discussed. The more information you gather, the deeper you analyze it, and the deeper you discuss it, the better answers you get. All your technical decisions should be thoughtful, so do not just select the first decision you've come to. Analyze several decisions, analyze them, discuss them, gather more information and select the best technical decision you may. Of course, control, self-control and experiments help a lot with those technical decisions and with information gathering. Always ask yourself, what if? Do not just rely on the first decision that worked. And since you have a lot of information, you've gathered it, and you have a lot of technical decisions, all these should be documented as good as possible. And the wider your technical outlook is, the easier it is for you to think about some technical decisions and to gather some information. So keep widening your technical outlook all the time. Because here we are kinda stepping outside of database area, we recommend to read this book and to take this online course for your further education. And in the next video we shall discuss database quality in production stage.